All right. Journey journal, right? Journey journal. I want to talk about a dream that I had, and not so much a dream. Okay, so I just moved into a new place, right? So it just like my other place, there was a lot of energy I had to move in there, right? Because my personal energy had never experienced the energy there. And, this apartment I'm sure has had many people stay here. And sometimes they drop off their homies, right? They drop off certain energies, in certain places, or there's just things here on the grounds, you know what I'm saying? Period. So it's like, for me to move into a new place, there's a lot of cleansing, I have to do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of energy work that needs to be done. And the first night I slept good. It was like, I was like, okay, this is going to be easy. The second night, I didn't sleep so well, right? The third night, it got to where, and this was the other night, right? So, I'm I fell asleep. I think I had a salad and I watched a little bit of a TV show, and I passed out, right? Excuse me, I'm so sleepy. And I passed out, right? So so I'm asleep, and I noticed that, sometimes when I'm super tired, when I'm super sleepy, I'll go into meditation a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? And I guess because I'm already relaxed and the mind is already flowing into the spaces it's used to going into when I am asleep, right? So it was like as soon as I close my eyes, it's like boom, I'm in meditation and I'm already seeing images. Oh, seeing people. The clairvoyance window opens for me right in that space. So I started experiencing a bunch of just energy. I know. And I fell asleep. I fell asleep, and then it's like something kept waking me up. Like I kept getting woken up. I kept getting like shook. I kept experiencing fear. I kept experiencing like if I was releasing, like I would feel my whole body pulsating out. And then I would, as soon as I pulsated out, I would experience a fear. And then it was like, with fear, it's like I'm not going to get up and go check every closet. And I used to do that. Thank you, Spirit. I used to do that shit. I'm not going to get up and go check the front door to make sure it's locked. I'm not going to look inside the closets in the back corners, make sure there's nobody in there. Like, I refuse to feed energy to that because there's nothing there. And if there is a spirit there, it's just trying to fucking fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not feeding energy to that either, right? Because okay, so earlier that day, I'm still unpacking, right? I'm still unpacking my stuff, and I go pull out um uh I'm putting my cards up. I'm putting them in a shelf in my kitchen because I have plenty of shelf space in my kitchen, and I'm like, let me put my cards right here for right now. And so I get me like a nice dresser to put my stuff in, or I get me like this kind of like an armoire or something, or somewhere's else where safe I can put them because I wanted them close in hand, right? So if I need them. So I'm grabbing them, and I had most of them in one box, and I had a few decks in another box. Well, another box, once I cleared the one box that had all of them, most of them, I went to the other box, and on top I had a lot of like my little small oils that I had made that I've never opened, right? That still have herbs and stuff in them. And some of my dry herbs and my resins. Mind you, I had just bought like, man, like a quarter pound of resins maybe like a month ago. So if that much resin, you still have plenty. That's even buying an ounce of each one is plenty. You know what I'm saying? And I think I bought like three and a half, almost 4 ounces. I mean, yeah, almost 4 ounces. I bought almost a quarter pound. Anyways, so when I'm pulling those out, I had the one bottle of oil, one small bottle of oil in my hand, and then I had the bottle of resins. And as I'm walking up to put it on top of the counter, on top of my table, because I was laying everything out on the table because I was fixing my altar. So I was like, let me start getting plus I was putting my cards up. I was doing several things all at once. I was like, let me you know what I'm saying, get everything situated. So as I'm walking, the bottle of resins just falls and all over the floor. And I'm like, okay, spit. Okay, spit. So something doesn't want me to burn these resins. Something's trying to get in my fucking way. Something's just like, no, type situation, right? Because it had to have been something in my house or something in my field. You know what I'm saying? For me to drop something, because Jack don't drop anything unless there's something in my field interrupting my flow. Thank you, Spirit, right? Thank you, Spirit. So so I'm like, and it was a lot of big chunks. Like the resin, it was a lot of huge pieces. So it's like it wasn't a lot of powder. There was some powder in there that I did want to save, right? Because I have another jar of that same of the copal. I have another jar of the powder that I'm trying to fill up with powder, right? Without having to crush anymore. And then a bunch of my frankincense, because I didn't buy that much of the frankincense, right? I bought more of the copal because copal is my favorite, right? So I'm like, I look down and I'm just like, all right, salvage all the big pieces. Anything too small, it's just going to stay on the floor. Anything next to too much glass, it's going to stay on the floor. And it was like a big pile of it. There was like some powder and some small pieces. There's a bunch of little pieces of glass. And I'm like, all right, Spirit. So I just pick up all the big pieces, which I still got most of it out. I did lose a little bit, but it's like, so when things like that happen in my day, it doesn't upset me. And it was crazy because that morning, right? Thank you, Spirit. That morning, I got a fucking a water leak in my restroom. I woke up to water all, like it was barely about to come into my bedroom, into my room, right? I woke up before it got into my other closet or into my bedroom. I'm just like, what the heck, man? Like about 6, 7 in the morning. I'm just like, what the fuck, right? Like, okay, Spirit, okay, Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So so I woke up to all these things happening. Mind you, this is before that. This is the night. This is the day before I experienced all this energy, right? So I'm just like, okay, Spirit, I need a deep energy cleanse the place. Like I'm here, just been trying to get everything moved in and trying to get everything situated. I'm like, okay, I need to do this now. Spirit's like, you gotta do it now because they're starting to come out and fuck with you, right? So I'm like, all right, Spirit. So I picked that up and then I'm like calling my son because I'm in a new city, right? And I'm not far, I'm in Humble, right? But I'm not, I know the area, but I'm not familiar with smoke shops or places I can go to buy my charcoal because I needed charcoal to burn my resins, right? Because I was out. So I'm calling my son, my mama. I'm just like, I need a smoke shop. I need to go find me some resins. And I found this little witch shop that's right here down the street, not too far, that I can go buy my stuff. So I went and bought some dragon's blood sage, and then I bought my charcoal. And so I came home and I burned my smoke in the house. I cleaned up everything. I got everything, almost everything out of the boxes. I have like 2 boxes, but I have them neatly put up. It's not messy. I cleaned up my bedroom. I made sure my closet looked nice. I made sure everything was more or less put where it needed to go, and more or less clean, where I wasn't having, like, except for the closet in the hallway, like that one I still need to get into because I need to go wash clothes and stuff, right? And I need to organize it. It's not that it's messy or it's not that it's a bunch of junk. It's just that I need to organize it, right? So for the most part, everything was done. So then that night I go to sleep, and like I said, I'm so tired. I'm already going into meditation, right? And then, like I said, I started getting woken up and experiencing a lot of fear, like where fear was waking me up. But I'm like looking around, like I can feel fear a little bit in my body, but it's not like heavy, but it's like I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the energy, and then it's just like I'm not gonna feed energy into it. I'm not gonna get up and go look around the house. I'm not gonna do none of that shit. And I woke up like that, like 3 or 4 times. Right. So all day, first I wake up with the water leak. Then I drop my shit outside. Then I can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I was moving a lot of energy. I knew I was, because even that day after breaking that thing, like I passed out for probably a good like 3 hours, where I woke up and I was just like, what the fuck, Spirit? Like, I don't want to get up, type shit. But I still got up and finished my night off of, doing stuff I needed to do. So anyways, back to, and I'm sorry that I keep jumping back and forth, but it's just, I'm reflecting and trying to listen, I'm saying, play back everything too as I experienced it, right? So also something else crazy that happened, it's like in front of my bed is my window, my mini blinds, side of my wall, my closet, right? And so one of the times that I woke up and this eye was awake, seeing my blinds, my wall, my closet. This eye was in meditation. I was flowing in meditation or in a dream state with both of my eyes open. So this eye is in the dream and this eye is awake here. It was so trippy. It's like I could see out regular from this eye, and then this eye I was seeing like I was in meditation. I was seeing like if I was in a dream state, if I was in the dream world, and this eye I was in the waking world. That wasn't a dream. I was conscious. It's different when I'm just like, okay, I think I was there, but I'm not conscious of it, right? No, I was conscious. I was awake. You know what I'm saying? Or at least half of the brain. It's like I was half in and half out. And a lot of times, like what I feel like what it was, right? Because a lot of times when we're moving a lot of energy and we're moving a lot of these energies out from a space, a home, a property, right, a land, sometimes they get a little crunked up. You know what I'm saying? They create some chaos. Chaos is gonna happen. They're like, oh no, we don't want to go. So the spirit, this is a word I used explaining it to a friend. They're gonna make a ruckus. They want to make a fucking ruckus. They're like, oh no, you're gonna hear us on the way out. You're gonna know we're leaving. Like we're gonna leave when you just experienced us, type situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I felt like what I experienced the other night was me. I felt like I was releasing, mind you, because I had been so much around my mom's energy, and that's an energy that I have not experienced in years. And she's wounded. We all have wounds. You know what I'm saying? We all carry demons in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So to be around her energy that much, I'm clearing shit I've picked up from her, or things within myself that her demons triggered. Thank you, spirit, right? Things that her demons triggered that were already within me that I needed clearing from. You know what I'm saying? I have been around people in situations that I hadn't really been around nobody for like a whole year straight. So then to come around them, I'm a fucking, I'm that energy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna fucking experience it. Yes, I'm gonna experience, yes, someone else's demons are gonna trigger minds, and I'm gonna be aware of it when it happens. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the work that I do. And sleeping right next to my mom for almost a month, because we slept in the same bed. It's like, yeah, I needed to do a lot of fucking clearing for myself on top of me clearing my space here, right? Type situation, right? So I feel like it was a little bit of both. I felt like I was doing some releasing, but I was also moving some fucking energy from in here. But also, thank you, spirit, we're multidimensional. So this is me working in several different spaces. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, spirit. This is me working in several different spaces all at once. But where I should have been more on top of my game, I didn't take my normal nightly shower because I was so tired I passed out. Like I'm laying in the bed and those times you just don't want to get up and you're just like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. And then you're out. This is that same situation. When normally, even if I am tired, I'll still get up to go take my nightly bath, every night, my little ritual, my evening ritual, where I go take me a shower. I do a little bit of singing. I do some clearing, right? I do some grounding. And then I come out and I do some stretching and I pull myself in and I ground myself before I sleep. This is usually my evening routine. And since I moved, I've been like, I'll do it a little bit, or like I don't do it. And that day I did it. And that day I should have really done it because I felt like I was also ungrounded. And that's why I was in several different spaces and energies, especially while I'm sleeping, because that's when I do a lot of my work. Thank you, spirit. That's when I do a lot of my work, is during dream state. So then I'm ungrounded in working, and I'm in and out, in and out, in and out, and then it showed. You know what I'm saying? I experienced it because I'd never experienced. That was the first time I've ever experienced being in and out, being in a dream, but out here, present. And being conscious of me actually doing it, and not just assuming, oh, that was just a dream, where I felt like I was awake but I was asleep. No, 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 no. I was half brain conscious, half eye conscious, and the other one, I was conscious, but I was conscious in a dream state, and I was in both spaces all at one time. You know what I'm saying? I was able to experience both realms, this realm and the dream realm, or whatever dimension I happened to be in, because I was seeing some energies. I was seeing some demons. You know what I'm saying? I was experiencing them from this eye. I was seeing them come through. I was witnessing it. But like I said, I don't, it's like I see them and it's not like, oh, I want to go run like some scary movie. Like, no, fuck no, I'm not afraid. I do not fear you. I might feel the fear outside of my bubble, or I might be like, hey, fear, like, what's up, fear? You can't come in, fear. Peace out, fear. Move around, fear. Type situation. This is how I treat it, because it's just like, I'm not. I'm over a year ago, I called in the energy to not be afraid no more, to not live in fear, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I won't get up and go look around the house to see if there's something in there. There's nothing there. I don't feed energy to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but this is just me, where I am and where I stand at in those spaces. I'm not feeding energy to it because I don't need to. I didn't need to get up and waste energy to go look around my house and expect that there's going to be something there when there's not anything there, and I know there's nothing there. And if there's spirits there, it's just like, if it's not tangible and I can't touch you, even still, even then, I'm not afraid of you. But if it's not tangible and I can't actually grab you, then it's like, why should I be afraid of you being around me? Type situation. You know what I'm saying? But I will move them the fuck around. You know what I'm saying? I will. And I was telling a friend about it, and he was just like, that's some crazy ass shit. And I'm like, I guess to someone who's never experienced it, or is doesn't do this work fully, like, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my work. You know what I'm saying? This is a part of my work and what I do here, because so Spirit had already told me I seen like 3 spirits in here, right? When I first moved in, I seen them when I first started moving stuff in, right? And Spirit was like, yeah, they wanted to talk to you, but we didn't allow them to speak to you. They go, because they want you to do stuff for them, but you're not here to work for them. This doesn't serve your purpose. It's not serving you to do anything for them. You know what I'm saying? And so we didn't allow them to speak. They wanted to, but we didn't allow them to. So you got rid of them, right? But they're like, but also too, this is a whole apartment building, not the whole complex. I'm just working on the one apartment building that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? There's like 8 apartments, 16 apartments. So I'm just working on mine first, and whatever's in the grounds that needs to be moved, whatever's in somebody else's apartment, that's their field. That's their energy field. That's their space. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in my field in here. We're good. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so this is where I've been at these past few days. And then it's just like, I'm like, okay, Spirit, where it just, that first night I slept so good, and I was like, I slept so good. Then it's just like, yeah, but I probably also woke up some shit that was here quiet. And they're like, oh shit, there's an energy here. Let's go play with her. Let's go bother her, type situation. And that's pretty much what happened. They came over there trying to fucking fuck with me, and I just wasn't having it. Or I'm just like I said, like, Spirit told me straight up, like, you're not here to work for spirits. Like, if it's serving your highest, best divine path, and someone comes through and wants to talk to you, we'll allow them. But other than that, if it's not serving you, they're not going to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? If they're not helping me on my journey, then there's no point of us having a conversation, type shit, or allowing them to come in and interfere with what I'm doing here, type situation. And I'm grateful. I'm right here gonna heart bow to the sun. I'm seeing it barely come up through the trees. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful, honored, blessed, guided, supported, loved, abundant. blissful, joyful, grateful, thankful. Thank you, Spirit. I'm honored. I'm so honored. I honor you. Thankful, grateful, honored, guided, supported, protected, loved, abundant. I'm so grateful, powerful, right? Thank you, Spirit. Just a couple of affirmations, especially the affirmations that I do every day. It's like I'm guided, I'm supported, I'm protected, I'm loved, I'm grateful, I am thankful, I'm abundant, I am prosperous, I'm blissful, I'm joyful, I'm powerful. Thank you, Spirit. I'm grateful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I honor you. I honor the Sun. I'm so grateful. I'm thankful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, and let's see. So I've had like two people tell me they haven't been able to sleep the past couple of nights. So um um thank you. We'll send healing to that. All right. Anybody who has trouble sleeping on a regular basis, anybody who has to take any kind of medication or prescription pills or over the counter pills to get them some sleep. Um Anybody who toss and turns all night, anybody, thank you, Spirit, anybody with sleep apnea, right? I pray on that for them too. Anybody with any kind of sleeping sleep turbulence, anybody who experiences any kind of sleep turbulence, anything to where they're not allowed to sleep, get a good night's rest, and then aren't able to fully rest properly. Also too, disclaimer, side note, right on that, on not being able to sleep. Like I told my mom, she falls asleep listening to the TV. She falls asleep listening to local TV commercials, shit like that, right? And like I told her, I said, if you're listening to something while you're sleeping, especially something like that, the mind stays running, and the mind doesn't isn't able to relax and go into sleep mode because it's still hearing voices, so it's thinking it still needs to be awake. So it's like you might close your eyes and you might think you're sleeping, but you're actually still awake, and you're not able to fully rest, so then you wake up more tired. So just be mindful of that for people who feel like they need the TV to fall asleep. Anybody who feels like, oh, I gotta have the TV on so I can sleep better. So anybody who experiences that, if you turn the TV off, you would sleep so much better, right? And yeah, but I want to send that beautiful healing out to anybody who has trouble sleeping, who anybody who snores a lot, right? Because I know sometimes that can also well, the sleep apnea, right? Because I've experienced it with people before. When they sleep, and it's where they like won't breathe, right, for a certain amount of time. So I want to send healing, right, to that. I want to send healing for anybody who has to take meds to be able to get them a full night's rest. Anybody who has to take melatonin, anything over the counter, I want to send healing to y'all and healing to that. Um, know that those drugs and those over the counter pills. It's all right every once in a while, but if you're taking them on a daily basis or evening basis, every night, all the time, every night, all the time, that becomes unbalanced within the body, especially when you're ingesting a pill all the fucking time, right? So just prayers on that, right? Of prayers, and I send healing to y'all on that. Send love to those to the sleep turbulence, right? I don't want to say like disorders or nothing, nothing that just sounds bad, right? We don't want to feed energy to it, and we're not. We're actually sending love to it and sending love to everybody who who experiences it, or who experiences that energy, right? And our prayers on y'all that y'all sleep peacefully, more peacefully at night, right? And yeah, sometimes also, thank you, Spirit. Another disclaimer, like I told my mom, I was like, um, sorry, y'all, my sinuses have been super bad. Like I told my mom, I go, if a lot of times too, make sure you shower before you go to bed. Hold on, excuse me. I told her, make sure you shower good before you go to bed. Take you a good shower. You know what I'm saying? That's always helpful. And I told her, turn the TV off an hour before it's time for you to go to bed. Cut the TV off an hour before, so that your mind has time to go back into silent mode because it's not hearing nothing besides maybe if you're talking on the phone or if you're talking to somebody. Put your phone down, no TikTok, because all of this is an energy. Like what I noticed, like because I've experienced it, and what I noticed from like sitting there and just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and watching a video, and you're all into it, and then watching another video, you're all into it, and then when you do this, whether you're aware of it or not, this shit gives you a headache. Be mindful of how your body feels after you've been watching TikTok for 2 or 3 hours, or for an hour, or for even 30 minutes. It gives me a fucking headache when I'm scrolling through something too much. So I don't do it because it gives me a headache. Because my head will start to hurt. Even if I scroll through the Instagram reels for about 10 minutes, my head starts to hurt. So, just be mindful, right? Be mindful of those things. Be mindful of where you're feeding in your energy into, you know what I'm saying? Because that also keeps the mind. Remember, like I did the video the other day talking about commercials and how it was still running through my mind as I was sleeping. So be mindful of what you're consuming visually, right? Because what you're consuming visually, you're taking in mentally. So know that you watching these things or being up or feeling like you need the TV on, even if you have it super low on, that super low, like very low volume, the subconscious sucks that up. The subconscious will soak up whatever that is. And yeah, you're not going to be able to sleep. Yes, you're going to have bad dreams, you know what I'm saying? Or experience certain things, or the mind, or you're not getting enough rest, and it's all because from these TVs, or having them on for too long, or staring into them too long, or staring into our phones too long, right? And yeah, I just want to send healing, right, to people who like sometimes it's good to disconnect. Sometimes it's good to disconnect from the phone. Sometimes it's good to disconnect from social media and just be off of it. You know what I'm saying? Just be away from it. We don't realize how much trash we catch. Like I went on there and then it'll say something so negative and I'm just like, oh, I didn't want to just open this. And that's the first thing I see. Something toxic for my brain. You know what I'm saying? For my mental, right? I'm just like, oh, okay. So okay, confirmation. Don't even look through it. Confirmation, just put the phone back down, right? Type situation. And I just want to send healing to anybody who's super plugged in, right, to their phones and social media and TV and shows and that are glued to it, right? I send healing. I send love, heart bow to the sun. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I want to send love and healing to those people, and may y'all guys unplug. You know what I'm saying? May our guys unplug and take those much needed breaks that our minds and our bodies need every once in a while, where we need a break from social media, where we need a break from staring into these little small TVs, and that kind of hurts our eyes. And I feel like, because I think for me that's what it is. And that's why I get the headache, because I'm staring and even if you have a big screen, it's still not big like a TV where it's like it's expanded. This, it's like this, it's more closed in. So then it's like a narrow vision that you're creating. And I feel like that is what might give create the headache, right? So just want to send healing to that, right? Send healing, send that Reiki energy, right? Sending love, sending healing to anybody who has not ever unplugged. And may y'all guys unplug one day, even if it's for a day, even if it's for 2 days, even if it's for a week, even if it's for a month, even if it's for a year, right? Whatever you choose to do, I honor that. I honor you. Even if you do it for a couple of hours and like, okay, I can put my phone up and don't have to watch it all night long. Let me, even if you do that, like I honor you and blessings to that, right? Because the more we unplug, the more we can be with self, right? This is the more we open up. This is the more we heal. This is the more that we come into peace with ourselves, is when we pull away from the drama and the bullshit and all the shit that we consume from TV, social media and stuff like that, right? And of course we're on social media right now, but just giving a head, just here to be real and to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to say like, oh, it's bad and don't be on there. Hey, this is how some people make their money. By all means, I honor you, and some people, they just, you know what I'm saying? This is how they keep in contact with people. Hey, I honor you. You know what I'm saying? And some people, that's just how they choose to be messy. I honor you. You know what I'm saying? I do. You know what I'm saying? And some people just like to be lurking. I honor you, heart bow to you. You know what I'm saying? I honor anybody wherever they are in those spaces. But even if those energies are you, you can still pull away every once in a while. At least rest your brain. Like I said, I honor you. I honor wherever you stand at with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here to fearmonger, and I'm not here to judge. This, I honor you. If you do that, that's your business, right? But I'm trying to unplug every once in a while so you rest your brain. Rest your brain from the lurking. You know what I mean? Rest your brain from those things sometimes, because sometimes we need that break. Sometimes we need that little bit of time to pull ourselves back. And it's like, oh shit, I've been spending my whole week lurking. Let me just, or being nosy. How about I just take some time to be nosy within self. Thank you, Spirit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking nobody, and I'm not clowning anybody. I say this in truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I honor y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you do live in those spaces that I don't, I can still honor you, and I can still at least guide you to pull yourself back from that every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I can still guide that way anyways, right? Even if you are that person. And like I said, I honor you. I'm not judging you. I used to do that. I used to do that shit too, man. I ain't doing no tripping. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while I might too, but at the same time, I don't spend my everyday doing it, because I realized being too plugged into my TV and being too plugged into social media and everything that's going on, it was overwhelming. And sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we need a break from those things. Sometimes we need to take time out for ourselves, especially, anybody who's getting older or a little bit older in age. Hey, we need time to pull away from those things. We need to be here experiencing every single moment, because, these moments are precious. We spent so much time when we were young trying to hurry up and get to somewhere that, trying to be older, trying to do something. And now that we're here, it's just like, this is the time where we relax. This is the time where we really take the time and watch the flowers bloom, where we sit here and watch the sunrise. Like, I've been sitting here watching the sunrise with y'all while I'm doing this video. And it's beautiful because in my other apartment, like, I would always sit in front of my window to do my grounding, and I would open the window and I was staring at a brick wall. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I honor you. I'm grateful. Heart bow to you, Spirit. And now I get to wake up in front of the pool. Pool's right here in front of me. And I can watch the sunrise through the trees, and then I can see the sunrise right in front of my window. So I get to sit here and greet the sun every morning. I get to greet Gaia, and I get to greet the sun every morning. I get to greet the moon. Like, I can see the full moon perfect from right here. It was so beautiful. It was so magical. And I'm so grateful. I have all my little plants up here in front of my window. And I just planted a blackberry yesterday that I bought at Walmart. I found it at Walmart. They had them at Walmart. They had blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries at Walmart. And I should have bought all three of them, right? For $6, $6.90 something, $7. I was like, man, I should have bought all three of them. But I bought a blackberry one, because I should have bought a blueberry too. I bought a blackberry one, so we're gonna see how I flow with that. But yeah, I'm super grateful, even though I'm still here moving a lot, because I'm still moving a lot of energy. Like, I know it usually probably will take me about a good week to clear out everything that I need to clear out. You know what I'm saying? And for it to start feeling a little bit more at home. And I still got a few more things that I need to move around and organize. And I feel like once I do that, it's gonna flow, right? And yeah, grateful to y'all guys. Healing to anything anybody needs healing from right now, right? Let's send love and healing to every space, right? There's some stuff we emphasized on, right, that I wanted to bring up, because this is just stuff that I've been experiencing. So I want to share, what insights I have and what I've been being shown by Spirit, right? And how I hold space for people and wherever y'all guys are at, and how I honor y'all, right? Thank you, Spirit. And I want to just send healing to anybody who feels like they need a little healing right now. Right? Anybody who needs a hug right now, right? Thank you, Spirit. Anybody who needs a hug right now, anybody who needs a pat on the back and just saying, you're working so hard. I see you, boo. I see you. I see you working so hard. I see you going through things sometimes and still standing up and still doing what you got to do, even when you got tears in your eyes. I see you. I see you. I honor you. Heart bow to you, right? Anybody who's just flowing and everything's just amazing. It's just like the sun rising right now. Like, it's just so beautiful. We honor you. I honor y'all, right? Anybody who's just feeling down, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who's just maybe sad because they miss someone, right? Heart bow to y'all, honor y'all, right? Send love and healing to y'all right now. Um, um, um. Anybody who is like, you just don't let it get to you. Thank you, Spirit. You just don't. It don't matter what happens. Like it's like I'm so okay. So when I experience, thank you, Spirit, right? When I experienced the flood, right? Any other time I'd have been like, I would have been cussing and pissed. And, I'm so at peace with myself in life that it's just like, okay, Spirit, now I got to wait for my smoothie so I can't have my morning boo boo. Because I usually make me smoothies in the morning and I have my morning boo boos. And, I do my digestion stuff in the morning, right? So I had to wait. On top of that, I had to pee. So I'm just like, I couldn't go in the restroom, right? So, that was even that didn't piss me off. Even that I wasn't aggravated. Even walking back and forth to the office 50 million times waiting for them to open, that didn't piss me off. You know what I'm saying? For people who just don't let shit like that interfere with their day and their flow, heart bow, honor y'all, right? Grateful for y'all, right? Um, um, anybody, thank you, Spirit. Anyone waking up right now? Anyone waking up right now and y'all just experiencing some demons, or y'all just experiencing some energy, or it just feels like you keep trying to get up and something keeps knocking you back down. It's all a part of your process. It's all a part of your journey. Keep going, keep trying, don't stop. Keep going, because there's a lot of times that I would fall, or there's a lot of times I would have to step back down, or I'd have to go back down the stairs, or I'd fall completely down the stairs and then have to climb back up. There's many times I did that. It's all a part of our process. It's all a part of our journey. It's all a part of us being strong, us having faith, us knowing that God, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Spirit, right, for me, is going to make sure that you're good and everything is going to get taken care of. But it requires work. It requires trust. It requires faith. It requires perseverance. We have to continue to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And not allowing these things to get to us. And I heart bow, I honor y'all, because I know, and I know that it's not easy. I know that it can be difficult. I know it's just like, again, like I'm trying, like, you're doing what you need to. And it's just like, again, something happens, and maybe sometimes there's things we're not conscious of. And that's why we keep going back. You know what I'm saying? Why we keep falling back. And that's because I was in cycles, right? Um, anybody dealing, man, God, we're going to send healing for everything, right? Anybody dealing with addictions, right? Anybody experiencing the addiction energy, you know what I'm saying? I've been hearing some things, about some people, and I thought they were clean and doing good, and then I found out that they weren't, and I haven't seen them, right, but it was just family came and told me, and I want to send healing to those people in those places, because I lived in those drug cycles for many years. You know what I'm saying? I experienced the drugs and cycles within the drugs and the drugs within the cycles, and there was this depth of a woven, you know what I'm saying, weave woven, right? Or I think I didn't say that right, but or like the um what's that saying? Oh, what tangled web we weave. I was in that tangled web. I was weaving over the tangled web, and then weaving in through that tangled web, and making more of a tangled web. And anybody, like, I heart bow to y'all. I send healing to y'all. I pray for y'all. I send love to y'all. Um, Anybody experiencing those addiction demons, you know what I'm saying? And anybody living with somebody, thank you, Spirit, because I know that's not easy. Living with somebody who's dealing with these addiction demons, and you live with this person and you tend to them and you try to help them, and all the people that are there to help the drug addicts, because there's a lot of people like, no, we just want to help them. We just want to help this person. I just want to make sure they're good, because you see the light in them. You see the God in them, or the goddess in them. You know what I'm saying? Um, a heart bow to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of heart. That takes a lot of strength. That takes um, um, a lot of inner strength to be able to deal with somebody every day who's in addictions, and still living in those cycles. I want to heart bow to y'all, to families that do that. People that they're going to steal from you, but you still take them in, because you still want to see them do good. You still feel like maybe this time they're going to be different. and y'all are always there for them. And I heart bow to y'all, man. Heart bow to y'all. We send healing to them, right? We send healing to those demons of addiction. You know what I'm saying? Those energies of addiction. We send healing and love to them, and we send love to those people dealing with them, right? And I love y'all guys so much. Like, I just wanted to send love. Um, for whatever came up that I felt like I needed to send love to, and I hope this was healing for y'all, and if not, maybe y'all can share this energy. Maybe somebody you know is going through some of these things, and y'all can share this energy with them and give them a hug, and share the Reiki energy with them. You know what I'm saying? Where it becomes healing for them as well, right? You know, I'm super grateful. Heart bow to the sun one more time. I'm so grateful to sit here and just stun gaze with y'all, right? It's beautiful, beautiful energy, right? And I'm grateful for y'all. Heart bow to y'all guys. Heart bow to everybody who comes and watches my videos. Even my 15, 20, 30 people, right? I'm so honored. I honor y'all guys. I heart bow to y'all. I'm grateful for y'all. Grateful that y'all come and just want to come and just see what Jack has to say about the journey and what I'm experiencing. And I'm grateful, right? I'm honored. I honor y'all guys. And yes, peace.